I want to ask a question. Why is it that Jesus, and I'm saying this not accusing Jesus, but I want to raise a rhetorical question. Why is it that Jesus can't heal race relations between Hamites, that's black people, and Japheth, that's white people in America? It's getting worse every year. You know, I don't know that it was this bad during the antebellum period. That's a fancy word for saying the slave period. I don't know that it was this bad during the Reconstruction period. That's the period after slavery. I don't even know if it was this bad during the Great Depression or Jim Crow. Why is it? I mean, come on now, let's talk, you and me. Why can't Jesus heal this? What is going on that Jesus can't heal the bitterness between the Hamite, that's the black man, the Japheth, that's the white man in America? You know, Jesus, he rescued the Jews from Pharaoh and Hitler. Pretty tragic what happened in both of those instances. But at least he marched them out of Egypt that dreadful night. And after much burning in the ovens of Auschwitz and Dachau and all over Germany, he was able to bring them out of Germany as well. Why can't Jesus? And you know, when I worked for Ford Motor Company, the Ford Motor Company had no problems having any relationship with Germany and the Volkswagen. In fact, we had a car back in the 70s called a Capri. It was manufactured in Stuttgart, Germany. It's in the southwestern part of Germany. And a lot of our cars were manufactured. I know the Capri was made in Germany, you know. And the Jews that ran a lot of the Ford Motor Company, you know, Henry Ford himself was an anti-Semite, didn't have a problem buying cars and doing dealerships with the Germans. Why can't God heal? Come on, everybody. This is just, it's been going on too long. I mean, 60,000 men, 600,000, pardon me, men died during the Civil War. 60,000 in Gettysburg alone, Bull Run, Fredericksburg. Why can't God heal this? Come on now, we need to just stop and think for just a second. That we don't see, you know, you can go back to, I don't know, go all the way back to the Scottsboro boys in Alabama. That's way back on some of y'all, you don't know very much about history. The Scottsboro boys that were accused of rape and murder and robbery down in Alabama. Or you can go back to Emmett Till, Chicago, down in Mississippi, Alabama somewhere. You go all the way back to Black Wall Street down there in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Or you go back down to Florida. Why is it? And then you can come up to the assassination of Dr. King, the Montgomery bus boycott, the 4 children killed in the 16th Street Baptist Church there in Birmingham, Alabama, George Wallace at the schoolhouse door. The assassination of Malcolm X, the assassination of Dr. King. The imprisonment of Eldridge Cleaver and the shootout there in the courthouse in Oakland, California. Angela Davis. You can talk about the various. Go up to Trayvon Martin or Michael Brown or Amadou Diallo. Talk about the deaths of Eric Garner, or presently now with Sean Bell, or you can talk George. Why is it, brother? Why can't Jesus heal this? Why is this mess still going on? This atrocity. Why is it that there's no healing? Why? Jesus, don't you have some healing in your garment? For the black man and the white man, the Hamith brother and the Japheth brother. Why? Well, there's a couple of things I think we need to ask. Now, we've rhetorically asked Jesus about the healing. But just look at some of the efforts that were made by Satan. Now, you're not going to like this. You're not going to like this. But you're going to be brave and you're going to be objective and open-minded enough to stay with me anyway. But let's look at some of the ways Satan has tried to heal this problem, right? Let's look at some of Satan's remedies. Now, Satan really don't want to see it healed, but he knows he can't stand and act as if he's for all of this. But the most recent grandiose effort of Satan was Barack Hussein Obama. He sent his son. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Satan sent his son. Y'all remember that great song by Sandy Patty that Jesus sent his son? Well, Satan sent his son to the so-called black people, a mixture of a white man with a black father. Satan sent his son to heal the Hamite and the Japheth. Satan sent his son? Oh, yes, he did. No, he did. His name is Barack Hussein Obama. And you should have seen the black people that fell down and worshiped him. I mean, they worship him to this very. Satan sent his son. Now we know that he didn't heal. He didn't bring salvation. In fact, the truth of the matter is, truth be told, that when Satan sent his son Obama, that the situation got worse. Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown, and tens of thousands of shoot-em-ups happened in Chicago, the birthplace of the son of Satan, politically. Birthplace. He was born in Kenya, physically, but his spiritual, political birthplace was Chicago on the south side. You know, I was musing the other day about, Obama came to Harlem once. He didn't come for a parade. He didn't come for a housing meeting. He didn't come for an unemployment situation. He didn't come for an education institution. He didn't come to hold a conference at the flagship of the whole Hamite world, black world. He didn't come to Harlem for that. He came to meet his boyfriend up there at the Little Red Rooster, and they went into a private room, and the streets were all locked down. Obama made no speech, didn't even wave to the people. In fact, when Obama came, I swear this, you can't make this up. When Obama came to Harlem, which he only came once while he was president, 8 years, when he came to Harlem, they locked down the street, shut down the city, closed down the airport so Obama could come to Harlem. But he didn't come to make a speech. Oh, no. He didn't come to talk about the issues of the flagship community. He didn't come to talk about gentrification. He didn't come to talk about the education process. He didn't come to talk about upward bound programs or any of that kind of stuff or give honor to Charles Rangel or Adam Clayton Powell or any of that. He came to visit his boyfriend at the Red Rooster, right up the street, 2 blocks. I swear, just 2 blocks from here. And he didn't get out of a limo like Ronald Reagan and wave to the people as his limo parade. He didn't get out. They brought him around to the back of the building and he went in the back door. The people were lined up all on the street waiting to get a glimpse of Obama. They never saw him. He went in the back door, had whatever it is with his boyfriend that owns the Red Rooster, and went in the back door, got in the limo, and he left. The only time I ever came to Harlem. I was thinking, there's a McDonald's. I don't know if it's still holding the reputation in Chicago on the south side. Well, more killings have taken place at that particular McDonald's than of the 7,000 people that died during the 8 years of Obama, black men shooting black men between the ages of 15 and 30. 7,000 died. 7,000 people, almost 1,000 a year. Of black people killing black boys. I would think that Obama would have said, after some of the killings that had gone on for a couple of months, he's now president, he would have taken his movement as the president to that McDonald's and moved to Chicago the way Dr. Martin Luther King did. Moved in Chicago, went to that McDonald's, brought all of the Pentagon security, the national security, the Secret Service, the CIA, the FBI, and brought them all there and taken over an enclave, took him up a little house there in Chicago and would have walked the streets in Chicago and maybe even join hands with Louis Farrakhan and Jesse Jackson Jr. or somebody and say, brothers, let's stop the killing of one another. And would have flooded the streets at night with Obama walking the streets of Chicago, stop the killing, stop the killing, stop the killing, stop the killing. You know, would have done that, would have took up residence in Chicago, would have had a Chicago White House to stop all the deaths of the young men that are slaughtering themselves in the street. You think Obama would have done that? Hell, he didn't even go to one of the funerals of a beautiful little girl. He didn't even go to the funeral. He wasn't care. He didn't care about two black folk killing each other. In fact, every time he got news of one black person killing another, I think he rejoiced. I mean, come on, everybody. The son of Satan, come on. Come on. Any humanitarian, any would have gone to Chicago and walked the streets as the president. With all that, he could have taken the Secret Service, FBI, all them guns he could have taken with him and said, brothers, let's stop the killing. And stayed in Chicago the way Mahatma Gandhi said he's going to fast till the Muslims and the Hindus stop killing each other. You think Obama did that? Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Obama came to Harlem once to visit his boyfriend. I swear, and talking about black people. The question is, why has God healed? Maybe black people are just even impossible for God. All things are possible except black people and their ignorance and their foolishness. It's just impossible. But you know, you look at some of the other satanic, Elijah Muhammad, Nation of Islam. Here he comes. All right, they come, here he comes, the Nation of Islam. You know, the white man's the devil and all of that. That went on for about 30 years. Then that died, and they killed Malcolm, right? But, you know, here, Elijah Muhammad had this thing, you know, back in the 60s, that he said, we black folk can't live with you white devils, right? Now, Facebook, I'm only quoting, I'm only being historically, literary accurate. Elijah Muhammad said the white man was the devil, created in a test tube by a fellow by the name of Yaqub, right? And I'm just being historically, literary accurate. I'm not here throwing any stones or violating any principles that you people at Facebook have. But no, he said that. And he said that we can't get along with you white devils, so why don't you give us an entire state of Alabama, and all black people will move to Alabama, and we'll have our own nation in Alabama. Well, John Kennedy didn't go for it. Lyndon Johnson didn't go for it either. But he made that move because he said that will give us. Now, you know, you have to understand that if you look now and you say, well, Pastor Manny said, can God heal why can't God heal the differences and the hatred between the Hamite man and the Japheth man? Well, there's several reasons. One I just gave you. If you look at that Satan sent his son to dupe the black man as a healer, because they thought Obama was a healer. I swear, rather than Obama healing, more people died on Obama's watch than they ever died of black people in the political birthplace. So he ain't no healer. That much we know. But, you know, so Elijah Muhammad, and then, you know, you say, well, what about South Africa? You know, you had Nelson Mandela. Well, Fred, let me tell you something. Nelson Mandela was a sellout. You may not know that and probably don't want to hear it. And if you get a chance, you probably want to strangle me to death. But no, he sold out to get out of prison. He finally heard what, you know, well, anyway, you know, the African National Congress, ANC, you don't know nothing about that either. Y'all don't read, you're not educated. Y'all know how to rap and play games on the computer. But having said that, South Africa is no success. You know, though it's been turned over to, if you will, Afrikaner rule, it ain't no success. It ain't no paradigm. In fact, the tensions now, I get emails all the time from people in South Africa telling me that the white farmers and the black politicians are killing each other in South Africa, and the ones that the white farmers and the black Afrikaners, ANC people aren't killing each other. AIDS is killing the rest of them. So it's no success. You know, when you ask the question, why can't Jesus, what's wrong? What's wrong? First of all, we need to really know it reached crisis point when Satan sent his son to heal the relationship between the black man and the white man. Satan sent his son, and his son was Obama. And I have to tell you, and I want to keep saying this, that you know, for 8 years that Obama was president, you would not believe the hatred that people have for me because of their love for Obama and what people tried to do to me. And everybody, the white people came to help me. The Japheth man saw what they were doing to me. They understood clearly, and I understand now. Yeah, by the way, you look and you need to understand something, that you look at me and I know that I've worked hard to bring this church to the point that it's at, and to put the marble in and all that, and, you know, build a school. But there are people, the intents that people had against me was to put me out of this house, put me and Elizabeth in the street, out of the parsonage, put us in the street, and they had no mercy. I'm not still in the pulpit because they decided to have mercy and forgive me for whatever they thought I'd done wrong against Obama. God just withstood them. So when I move forward, you need to understand something, that people actually wanted to see me begging in the street, or did. And it's very painful to think that people wanted to do that to me. People that I was the pastor of, that they wanted to do that to me to protect Obama. They would have had popped champagne corks and would have boiled some chitlins if somehow or another what they felt against me, as calling me a coon, Uncle Tom, Uncle Ruckus, because of their love for Obama. God just didn't let them prevail. It isn't that they got religion and got merciful. God just didn't let them prevail. I'm still in the pulpit. White people came to help me. So going forward, these people, no mercy for them either. Because really, if they had succeeded, even they wouldn't be around anymore, because the whole thing would have fallen apart. But the deaths, the calls, the death threats, you're a coon, you're Uncle Tom, you're always beating down on the black man, you ain't for the black man. We black people got to stick together, right? The height of the fact that Satan sent his son as a so-called healer. And everybody talking about Obama going to heal the nation. Obama going to bring everybody back together. You know, if I can just move forward here, is that, you know, we need to give truth a chance. That's what we need to do. Yeah, talking about efforts to try to heal President James Monroe back in the 19th century, put together a Baptist preacher by the name of Talbot and his family, and commissioned several ships. Now later on, Marcus Garvey is going to attempt to do the same thing. But Talbot put together, President Monroe put together, Pastor Talbot, Baptist minister, and his family put together several ships and sailed them back to Liberia. They named it Liberia, and they named the capital city Monrovia, as an attempt to try to do something about this whole matter of slavery and the black man and the white man. It failed. I went to Liberia. I arrived in Liberia a couple of months after the last great-grandson of Joseph Talbot was dragged through the street by his penis. This is the absolute truth. They stripped his clothes off of him. A fellow by the name of Master Sergeant Doe stripped his clothes off of him, tied a rope around his penis and his testicles, and dragged him through the street to embarrass. Now, this is the President Talbot. He's the president of Liberia, and this Master Sergeant, which is another Hamite black man, took him down and dragged him through the streets to embarrass him that way and killed his family. Oh, yeah. So that didn't work either. Elijah Muhammad's idea didn't work. Nelson Mandela didn't work. And we'll continue to have, if you look here in Harlem at the black leadership in Harlem, David Dinkins, Charles Rangel, the Basil and David Patterson, Governor Al Sharpton. You know, I think one of the things that needs to be clear, and I want to keep saying, that there have been some efforts, such as Marcus Garvey's effort. Now, if you look at, because I'm going to place the reason why the healing hasn't taken place, it isn't because of the Japheth man, it's because of that Hamite brother. That boy is something. Let me tell you something. The Malcolm X, one of the great leaders of Harlem and America during the 60s, wasn't killed by the white man. Malcolm wasn't killed by nobody white. Malcolm wasn't lynched. No white police officer, no George Zimmerman, no Derek Chauvin killed Malcolm. You know who killed Malcolm? his own Hamite brothers that used to sit down or used to go to the prayer and make Juma with him. Those are the ones that killed him. They're the ones. And that's how that black man is. He boy, you got to watch. You know, I think about it. They would do that to me. They do that to me and Elizabeth. These men around me would do that to me and Elizabeth if they got an opportunity. I go you one better. You know, Marcus Garvey, right? Marcus Garvey, Jamaican man. Jamaica, great entrepreneur, great visionary for Harlem, great visionary for the people, great businessman, really a Jamaican scholar, and entrepreneur of the Black Star ship line, gonna mimic what happened with James Monroe, of traveling back to Africa. And you know, somebody who he had close in his organization, such as an elder in the church, sold him out, was sneaking back and forth between the government to try to, because Marcus was powerful. Marcus was powerful. And Marcus, the days of Bojangles, listen, Marcus was so powerful that the government was paying one of his elders, a man that that actually lived in the same house with Marcus Garvey. You know, everywhere they went, they were together. But that one black man was selling Marcus out. Finally, the government was able to get enough evidence on him, put him in jail for 5 years. And then once he got out of jail, deported him, took all his property, took them ships, took his money, took his business, took his house, destroyed his family, and left him penniless. A black man did that to Marcus Garvey. So if you're talking about, first of all, how are we going to heal what's going on between the white man, who ain't the problem? He ain't the problem. Why Jesus can't heal? First of all, Jesus got to heal that black man. He got to heal that Hamite brother. He got to heal him first. Look at what he did to Malcolm. Look at what he did to Malcolm. You saw it. You saw it yourself. Look at what he did to Marcus Garvey. And by the way, look at what Elijah Muhammad did to Muhammad Ali. Kicked him to the curb. Listen, it ain't the white man ain't our problem. The Japheth man, it's that black man. That boy got trouble. Something wrong with him. I'm telling you something wrong with him. Something wrong with him. Yeah, no problem. Blasting down Malcolm. He could have waited till catching him going in someplace to get a hamburger here in the restaurant in Harlem. They killed that boy in front of his daughters and his wife. Blood and gut was flying everywhere. The black man. The so-called black man, hey, the black man, the so-called brother for the black man. We for the black man. We black people got to stick together. The black man blew Malcolm to shreds right in front of his daughter and his wife. They're going to kill him, man. Why are you going to do that like that? Why are you going to act like that? Why are you going to kill him in front of his wife and his children like that, man? Why you going? Because he's a barbarous, if you will. He's an animal, that black man. That's why. That's who he is. That's who he is. Runner up because he can play ball like LeBron James or Steph Curry. Thinks somehow the hell he's different. No, yeah, he's the same. He's the same one. You know, there's an interesting thing in this Coming to America event with Eddie Murphy, Zamunda, right? It's caricature, it's fictional, but it's based on a reality. That Hamite brother got trouble. He trouble. Let me tell you something. You're looking at a miracle. The fact that these people, even people that were close to me, right up on me, shoulder to shoulder, didn't get a chance to strangle me and Elizabeth and throw us out of here. It's not because they're good people or they failed. It's that God kept them. God kept me. God kept me. When you look at Coming to America, Zamunda, right? Even in Africa, come to America to find the prince of Zamunda to find himself a great bride. No, the answer is this. It isn't just that the black man, Hamite brother, he's a trouble. The man is, if he had just 1/3 of the integrity and the abilities necessary, you wouldn't find all this fighting going on between the black man and the white man. You wouldn't find it. You wouldn't find it no more than you find now between what's going on between the Germans and the Jews. They don't fight each other now. Or the Jews and the Egyptians, they don't fight each other now. Or the Americans and the Japanese, they don't fight each other now. They work together. So obviously, listen to this wisdom. If the white man, the Japheth man, and the Jew can work with the Germans, can work with the Japanese, can work with the Egyptians now, the only person he can't work with is that black man, that brother, that African-American, that Jesse Jackson, that soul brother, that he's the only one. It's that Al Sharpton that he can't work with. It's that David Dinkins. It's that Keisha Lance Bottoms. It's that Sylvester Turner. It's that black man. It's that LeBron James. It's that Steph Curry. It's that he's the only. The white man has been able to work with anybody. He's been able to work with the German, the Jew. He's worked with the Japanese. He worked with everybody on the planet except that black man. So you can't say the failure of Jesus is in the white man or in America. No. The failure, that black man, he's trouble. I know. I've been around him all my life. I'm telling you what the Lord loves. He's trouble. He's trouble like you ain't never seen before. You ain't never seen nothing like it. You get inside his brain. I don't care if he's Denzel Washington or whether he is, LeBron James. He's the same. I don't care if he's got a PhD from Harvard or an MD from Yale or a Juris Doctorate from Princeton. He's trouble. They all think the same. They're all the same. God himself can't work with the black man. That's the problem. It ain't Jesus. You can't work with him. You can't reach him. You can't teach him. You can't talk to him. You talk to the Japanese, he'll listen. Talk to the German Jews, burning Jews in ovens, and they'll listen. You try to talk to that black man on 125th Street. Try to talk to that T.D. Jakes down there in the Potter's house, or that Creflo Dollar boy. You can't talk to him. I'm telling you, you can't talk to him. You can't. So let's be clear about what we can be clear about. It isn't that Jesus can't heal. It ain't the problem that's America or the Japheth man is the problem. No, the problem, because the Japheth man has demonstrated time and time again he can work with anybody except that black man. You see my brother? You see? There's no refuting that. You can't historically erase that. No, we got to get rid of all of these other leaders that have been sent by Satan. And the epitome of that was Obama. And somebody need to tell that black man the truth. He's denying the Bible. The reason why nobody can work with him, the reason why his level of understanding, the reason why he's never made world contributions, though he can play, that boy can play basketball, dance like Bojangles. Yes, he can. Run like Jesse Owens. Yes, he can. But he can't build no government. He can't build no comb nor ship. No, he can't. And he cannot connect with the rest of humanity. No, he can't. The reason being is because he denies God's word. When Noah said in Genesis chapter 9, verse 25 through 27, that Canaan shall be the servant of Shem and Japheth. And see, he hasn't accepted that. And that's, my friends, it's as simple as that. Don't look for nothing else. Don't go to Harvard or Cambridge or Oxford looking for any other answer. It's as simple as that. Listen, the white man has gotten along with everybody. Now, of course, he's done a whole lot of things. We know that. He raided the Indians and took America. Well, we know that. But he can get along with the Jew. He can get along with the Japanese. He can get along with everybody except that black man. He can get along with everybody. He can get along with everybody. And why can't he get along with the Hamite brother? Because the Hamite brother can't get along with God. The Hamite brother denies the truth of the word of God. But God said he's going to be a slave. And he won't accept it. He won't accept it. Won't accept it. So you've got him running around here now, talking about equality and trying to get elected to office and all the things that he thinks that is all that he's using, all Satan techniques, and the situation is getting worse. The division, the racism, the poverty is getting worse. And he's a sellout. That's the other thing, too. That's the other thing. I don't know if there's been any incidents as grievous as the sellout of Malcolm, as the way that the Hamite brother will sell out his brother, the way he sold out Marcus Garvey. I think Jesse Jackson has something to do with the death of Martin King. I can't prove it, but I swear I believe it. You know, it's just the way he sold out Harlem, where these churches and these pastors, you would think, what the hell is wrong with these preachers up here in Harlem selling their churches? Why is he doing that? Can somebody tell me why? My friends, the answer is there. Y'all can, I don't know what's going to happen in the George Floyd trial. I don't know. That boy might be found not guilty. And there's going to be another one. So if you want to know why, the answer is clear as day, that the Japheth man has been able to get along with every other adversary on the planet except the Hamite man. And the Hamite man is incorrigible because he refuses to accept God's word regarding his being a slave. Moreover, he refuses to recognize just how barbaric he's been. Is there hope for him? I'm here because I believe in him. I can only start with the truth. I'm not going to lie to him. I'm not going to lie to him. I'm going to tell him who he is. And from there, we'll see what God will do. Maybe God will deliver. We believe that ATLAH is the answer. No, I do. But I can tell you, there ain't nobody on the planet like him. Every other person on planet Earth is able to work together with everybody else except that black man. He's trouble, and he will kill you. Tragic, 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 what he has done, what he continues to do. I'm going to continue to preach. I want to ask that you pray for me. I'm the Lord's servant. I've been sent in the midst of this, and I'm not going to quit. And I thank God for his protection. This is a bit of a news blog we do, looking at spiritual wickedness in high places for the most part, making some observations about it and giving people a biblical foundation to the way of interpreting, rather than have Sean Hannity or Laura Ingraham or Janine Pirro or Anderson Cooper or Rachel Maddow or Don Lemon, Rush Limbaugh interpret what's going on in the world. You come to me and I'll tell you based on what the Word of God says. They'll just give you their worldly, sinful view. But the Manning Report will tell you what God has said, whether to say yea or nay, whether to go or to stay. You'll be led by the word of Almighty God. Come to the Manning Report on a daily basis to interpret the spiritual wickedness in high places, because there's plenty of it that's going on. And so I'm the Lord's servant, James David Righteous Rebel Manning, and I'm here to serve you with news and information.